Ephesians 6 verse 12. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the cosmic powers over this present darkness, against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly places. The walls of Jericho, shouts and trumpets. Joshua 6 verse 20, so the people shouted, and the trumpets were blown. As soon as the people heard the sound of the trumpet, the people shouted a great shout, and the wall fell down flat. Weapons, shouts, trumpets, and obedience. Judges 7 verses 19 to 21, Gideon and the 100 men with him reached the edge of the enemy camp. It was about 10 o'clock at night. It was just after the guard had been changed. Gideon and his men blew their trumpets. They broke the jars that were in their hands. The three fighting groups blew their trumpets. They smashed their jars. They held their torches in their left hands. They held in their right hands the trumpets they were going to blow. Then they shouted the battle cry, a sword for the Lord and for Gideon. Each man stayed in his position around the camp. But all the Midianites ran away in fear. They were crying out as they ran. Trust that the Most High is strong enough to deliver you from every trial. The covenant name of God in the Hebrew Bible emphasizes his eternal existence and faithfulness to his promises. Isaiah 40 verse 31, those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles, they will run and not grow weary, they will walk and not be faint. Weapon, a slingshot and a stone, empowered by faith in God. Battle, David and Goliath. 1 Samuel 17 verse 50, so David prevailed over the Philistine with a sling and a stone, and struck the Philistine. There was no sword in David's hand. Weapon, a staff in God's miraculous power. Battle, Moses and the Red Sea. Exodus 14 verse 21, then Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord drove the sea back by a strong east wind all night and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. 2 Chronicles 20 verse 22, when they began to sing and praise, the Lord set an ambush against the men of Ammon, Moab, and Mount Seir, who had come against Judah. Weapon, a donkey's jawbone. Samson's battle. Judges 15 verse 15, and he found a fresh jawbone of a donkey, and put out his hand and took it, and with it he struck 1,000 men. Weapon, a single angel. Hezekiah's battle. 2 Kings 19 verse 35, and that night the angel of the Lord went out and struck down 185,000 in the camp of the Assyrians. Weapon, chariots of fire and divine vision, heavenly army. Elisha's battle. 2 Kings 6 verses 16 to 17, do not be afraid, for those who are with us are more than those who are with them. And behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire all around Elisha. Each of these examples highlights how God does not need conventional weapons. He fights with faith, obedience, nature, supernatural power, and even the simplest objects to bring victory. The source said to use gold and silver as money, but we are being disobedient by going into digital currency. What will happen if the markets are down? We are fully digital, and we have days of grid down, or there is a global glitch. Are we willing to put our finances at the mercy of the unknown? 1 Samuel 15 verse 22. To obey is better than sacrifice, and to heed is better than the fat of rams. 1 Samuel 15 verse 23, for rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry, because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, he hath also rejected thee from being king.